Hi, my name is Annalise, and I am currently enrolled in Mrs. Mundy's junior English class. Throughout my 16 years of life, I have been enrolled in many different schools, including Roosevelt Elementary, Walter Elementary, Dale Junior High, Magnolia High School, and Gilbert High School for summer school. Throughout my life, I consider myself a pretty good student. I've always been wary of deadlines and gave my best effort and always presented my best foot forward. I try my best to be outgoing and using my time wisely in school. In terms of obstacles, I would have to say that the COVID-19 pandemic had a very big effect on me. As somebody who was always turning in their work on time and showing up to class on time, always having that 100% attendance at the end of the year, um, I had found it extremely difficult to continue those things during online schooling, and especially now. I experienced what I guess people will really call a burnout, where I had woke up one day and decided that I was going to take a break from homework and give the day to relax, and I just never did homework again. I ended up failing 3 classes that year, and it hurt me when I realized how much time I had wasted and that I really let myself get that way because for so long, school became such an easy topic for me. It became easy. I didn't have to study. I didn't have to revise. I didn't have to do any of this. And when the pandemic hit and I was suddenly thrown into a year where it was extremely difficult to get those skills back, that has probably been one of the hardest things that I've had to overcome this year, and something that I still haven't fully recovered from. So, in terms of goals, for next year, right now, I'm not too sure what I want to do with my life. Obviously, as a senior, there are a lot of things that you have to consider, whether or not you're going to college, what courses you want to take, APs, no APs, community service. In your senior year, you're also faced with everything that you hadn't dealt with the last 3 years, which is something that I really didn't realize until towards the end of the semester, that the mistakes and choices that I made are going to affect me a lot harder than I thought they would. As of right now, my main goal is just to graduate. I'm not too sure if I want to attend college straight out of high school, or even if I want to pursue any kind of second level education. As of right now, I'm just planning on helping my parents with their business, maybe taking over some of their properties. So, my attendance this year has been very lackluster, and I have let the temptation of staying in bed and sleeping in um, outweigh coming to class and being on time. And I know that is just a self control issue, but it has presented itself as so much more of a problem, and I'm not too sure how I can fix it. I always feel tired, and it's so tempting. It really is. But I try, when I do show up to school, to not be late to class. I try to put my best foot forward. I do try to pay attention for the time that I can, but sometimes I do end up slacking off. When in class, I try my best to have a good attitude towards my classmates, and especially towards my teachers. I understand that it's probably frustrating dealing with a student that doesn't listen to you, and when you're just trying to do the best for them. I understand that, but sometimes it is hard to put the phone away, to pay attention, and to be fully there. During class time, I do try my best. I do put effort, but there are times when we're writing or when we're reading when I just reach a stop, and my brain just kind of refuses to move forward. Um, if I'm lucky, I do clear my head and try to get back into whatever we're doing, whether that's the writing or the reading, or any kind of in class discussions, the paradox and whatnot. I try to regain what I had been doing. I try to put the phone down. I try to pay attention and reread to make sure that I'm understanding. But sometimes it just gets a little hard with your mind wandering everywhere. My favorite book that I read this semester was Brain on Fire. I really enjoyed going through the author's perspective and learning about how that illness had affected her, both in her brain and in real life. So, with all that being said, my current grade is a 95%. I'm very happy to be able to finish the year at a strong above 90%. Although it does in part feel undeserved. I know that I definitely could have tried a lot harder in paying attention in class. I know that I could have shown up earlier or actually been there second period. And I know that I could have tried a bit harder in some of the assignments that we were doing when we were reading Gatsby. I know that I could have actually gone back and read the pages that I didn't end up reading instead of just going forward. I really didn't take time to understand it. On a big lack of self control, and I think that should be reflected in my grade. When I don't show up to class because I just wanted to sleep in, that isn't the model of a good student, and I don't think I should really be praised for that with a bright shining A on my report card. Um, I know that I could have paid more attention and been more attentive during our reading and during our writing times. In terms of grade, I'd say maybe a high B, but of course, I'm more than grateful to have received the grade that I do have. So, to end the video off, I want to just say a quick thank you for everything that you've done this semester for me and for many other students. I appreciate the second chances, and I very much do appreciate your care and love for the students. So, thank you for listening.